night bird is singing. A song to lull me to sleep. I will dream of peace. Yeah. That's the dream, huh? Dream of peace and stilling our mind. Come back home. Knocking on love's door, hoping it gets answered. We head into a new year, and the birds will sing, and we will sleep, and we will dream. Be awake in your dream. Move yourself to peace, love. And the only capture will be your heart. So the oracle takes us to a new spot, setting the tone for the year. Yeah. Well, we like to move fast and get things done, and because time seems so fast, but truth is, not the time to move fast. It's the time to move. It is the time to advance, but poco a poco, little by little, we make our advances. That's what the hexagram today, the Kwa says. It says, number 53, Jan, gradual advance. Yeah, that's where we're going. And that's where we're heading. And anything that comes too fast ain't gonna stay. You know how that is. All right, so get ready for the message for the new year. It's going to set the tone for us, and it means don't move too fast this year. Move slow so you can smell the roses, like they say, because the roses are out there, and they come in the form of a friend, of an idea, of love. But they're there. But don't go out to grasp it too fast, because it's going to slip out your hands, and it will. In the Oracle and the I Ching, it's made up of 6 lines, yin and yang lines. And in these lines, we get a balanced picture of where we're going and what we're seeing and what we're doing. So we lay back a little bit this year. Warm up. Take this next week to just get warmed up, Like before you run, you got to stretch. Well, that's what's happening, Just easy does it now. In these hexagrams, there's 3 above and 3 below. Above is sun, root, foundation. Yeah. Standing on a firm foundation, slow and nourishing penetration. Below is Yin, the quiet mountain, the unshakable, the steady, the firm and still. That's it. Look at your feet right now. Just take a look. See, they're exactly where they're supposed to be. But easy on your moccasins this week. The wisdom says situations and relationships are in the development stage. Okay. That's an important message. The things around us right now, they're developing. That's why the beginning of the I Ching, it says, go easy, little by little. Move carefully and observe tradition. Whew. Yeah, this is so important for us. We move so fast that we kind of forget what the traditions are. It can be the ones of society. It can be the ones out of our ancestry. It can be some things that you admire. It says move carefully, observe tradition. So move in the way that is we can call it the holy way if we want. We can say we're moving towards the temple, towards the river. Things are really moving fast. You got it? So we got to be careful because life and time and space, it's moving at unbelievable speed where a month feels like a week, but a day. Do not get swept up in this energetic push to the unknown. If your movements were to try to match this fantastical speed, you would become exhausted. You are exhausted trying to keep up with non-considered actions or an attempt to gain control. That's where you're going to get caught. Because you can't control these situations that are there. They're out of your control. Not a bad thing, but you just got to know that. Because you can't match the speed of time, right? You're going to get challenges. It's coming. It's a time to build a pattern or a structure. But if it's an ill-considered moving forward, meaning if you don't really look at it, walk around the car, kick the tires, if you don't get there, you're going to have a result that's not going to work. It's going to be weak and it's going to be fragile. There is a benefit now in stillness, even while chaos is around us, and that's the best time to get still because nobody notices. And from this point of being, you will achieve something strong and long-lasting and secure. But what is that something? Something. What is that thing? Is that thing our job, our career, our mission, our relationship, our place in the universe, our dreams? We move slow, we'll keep them, see? What will be great develops slowly. And that's what this time's about. By moving slowly and deliberately, the changes and enhancements to your life, which you're just starting to see, will come into the light of your truth and will manifest in abundance in this coming cycle. Be calm and look with a loving and non-judgmental heart. As you see and feel what is moving towards you, just let it be. Don't mess with it. But don't doubt that your destiny is in alignment. You know, we talk about, I want to be in alignment with this, I want to be in alignment with that. Man, anybody that tells you that they are in alignment, take a bus out of town. It's not what we do, When we're in alignment, we don't notice it, and we certainly don't talk about it. The new and longed-for cycle is here. And it's wonderful. You see, the seeds have been planted. That's what, 2020 is as tough as it was, man. Lots of seeds came. Lots of seeds were planted. This means that you've put things in order. And I think we all tried to do it. And for sure you did. And that's what has brought this to fore. Appreciate what you've done and let your timing unfold naturally. Don't, again, I tell the story of the farmer who's a tobacco farmer. He's growing out in his fields. He's growing some small plants, and he wants to know how they're doing. So he walks out and he pulls them up to look at the roots. Well, we know what happens when you do that. So let it grow. Don't pull it up by the roots, and don't push. Among other lessons, this is a test of your patience. The work now is to look at the small details of your life. Bring those little unfinished pieces, bring them to a close, complete them. This is what's necessary now to clear the way and to calm your mind. Again, man, look at this year. Change has been manifesting all around us. The entire world, we say, we are one. But doesn't this just prove it? They say that this state or this country's got more or less. It's not what that's about. We're all in this together. No separation, and that's true, and that's real. You know, I think of these studies that have been in the forests where they see all the trees are connected one way or another. There's something called mycelium, these very, very thin lines of a fungus, really, like a long, thin mushroom that connects everything. And it shows that we are one. You know, they will feed a tree on one side of the forest, and if there's a weak tree on the other side, they send it there. You see, it's all connected. And we are connected like that to each other by, it's not mycelium, but it's an energetic form. You know, it's these hara, this energetics that we use, chi or ki. We're all connected by that, see? Now, this change is not like a flip of the coin. You know, going from black to white, from yin to yang. Ain't going to work like that. It's going to be gradual. It's going to be steady. And it will imbue you with the movement of lasting strength and tempered power. All right. What does that mean, tempered power? It means that you are going to get it. You know, it's going to come to you, but geez, don't waste it. Don't just piss it away, you know. Be sure that you're holding on to what's necessary. And, you know, it might be a situation that is in your relationships, in your health, in your business, or your creative project, or even on your now spiritual path. Let things develop slowly, steadily. And in that way, you're going to have the space to grow. That space you need to look into your heart's journey. We can call it destiny, but it doesn't mean destiny's out of your control. It'll come, but don't mess it up. That's the deal. You see, the benefit in this slow movement with pure intent. Go into a meditative space. Go into a place of peace and tranquility. This will allow you to receive what you, in your higher wisdom, have not only desired, but have earned. With a very honorable cycle, one that has been laced with suffering, and suffering that will now become your gateway to exaltation. You know, I just wrote to a friend of mine, and I told him, you are a man of merit, you know, and man, to live like that. And he's going through some challenges, old Dr. Bob, not this Dr. Bob. And he's being challenged right now. And so we got to look at it in a way that our challenges are really making us really look at it. But when you are one of merit, and again, if somebody tells you, I am a person of merit, it's bullshit. But we can see it from the outside. And that's, you know, and that's you. Merit for good work, for listening to your teachers. Don't let the ego tell you that things are developing too slowly, you see, because that's when the tricky coyote will say, hey, you better speed up and make things happen fast. But man, you go to that place, that old yapping ego, man, it would push you, and then you'd be screwed. You'd be trying, you'd be doing, you'd be making effort rather than receiving and allowing grace to be the influence on your course. By changing your way of thinking in this arena, by relaxing into the flow of events as they naturally unfold, you're going to find the kind of tranquility that leads to supreme success. Here we are in this space and time. It seems unreal. You know, I walk on the street and we're at the market and see people in masks, and it's like I'm in a science fiction movie, you know, of the future. So what does it mean? It means we're living in our future. And we have this opportunity now to change the future, right? By how we move and how we do it. Keep the pace up, but make it a good, considered pace. It's not the time to stop and to rest. If you were to completely stop now because you're afraid or you're in doubt, much would be lost. And the abundance that would come as a result of positioning yourself in the light of receptivity would pass you by. And it very well could be it passes you by forever. I mean, that's the stakes we got right now, you know. But look, don't be scared. One of the things that will lower the immune system as much as anything, any toxin, will be fear. Fear and doubt. So move out of fear. What's going to happen is going to happen. And what is your job? Your job is to shine brightly like the sun at midday and be a beacon for those around you. Right now, in this part of the cycle, you might feel like you don't have enough strength. You don't have enough reserves to handle this shift that you know is here. And it's even coming, getting stronger, but don't worry. This lesson from ancestral wisdom comes in time to let you know that the correct action during this cycle is to move slowly, gracefully, and steadily. By moving in this way, you will tap a reserve of strength that otherwise is not available. You see, we're set up that way. This is the way to get into resources that you've stored. This is the natural way. So, you know, let go of worry. The old wisdom says, you're going to make it. You are going to make it. And you're going to make it because you've set the seeds and the seeds are growing. You know, I talk about work and I always say capital W and people say, well, it shouldn't be work. Nah, it should be work. Because the capital W work is the good work. See, and what will work now is to move with gracefulness, the gracefulness of the feminine, surrounding and encompassing at this place in time. And it's not about conquering or moving in a straight, forceful line toward your goal. This time is about receiving with being solid, moving with grace and being dignified. Yeah. Did a workshop on New Year's Eve, and as part of it, I had all the men stand and had the women walk through like a gauntlet, and that's scary stuff. But I asked all the men to just imbue the best parts of their masculine energy just by giving energy and giving power to the women who walk through. And then the same with the women. Had them give the feminine to the men. So we're not afraid. We're men, we're not afraid to act in a way that is the yin movement, and for women to not be afraid to move in the yang movement, right? Peace. Peace of mind comes from that. See, if you move too fast, you're going to lose it. But now if you move with gentleness, compassion, and consciousness, receptivity is here, and then what's out there will be yours. All of it is going to be yours, right? You're going to get what you deserve in the right measure. Don't try to take more. You know, that old thing about, you find a tree with lots of fruit, take what you need and leave the rest, and that's important. You come to the table of abundance and you take what you need, nothing wrong with that, but you leave the rest for the other fellow pilgrims who come, Do that with success, with love, and abundance. And be fully awake and have the purity of intent. There's the one, right? Your purity of intent for the greater good and the good of your community, good of yourself, of course. And at this very important juncture in time, thought, spirit, feeling, and space is the place to go with your intent. And this time is a perfect time to be of service. Service to Gaia, service to the planet, service to others, service to the four-leggeds, service to the ones that fly, and service to your fellows. And listen, and be of service to the, we forget about the insects, that do your best not to kill them every minute, if you don't have to. I mean, hey, listen, I've swatted my share of mosquitoes down here at the 20th parallel. Don't doubt that. But just, give a little bit of honor. And when you're walking, be sure you're not stepping on somebody's house. Walk around it. See, then when things are transformed in that way, this is going to pave the way for a tranquil place within you. This This Ga, this hexagram, is a window into the true essence of life, where love and peace and happiness and abundance and acceptance is the vast interconnected oneness. That's where it all lives. We're being gifted right now. You know, this is an opening. This does not happen a lot you know, it was like that planetary alignment that came recently. It just doesn't happen. That one was 800 and some years. As you move, be graceful, be gracious, and accept your blessings with humility. Do accept them, but stay in your humbleness. If you do it in this way, you're going to move beyond any anxiety or doubts or your fear of loss. You see, you've really got nothing to lose. And you will actually enjoy this time of gradual progress. It's not going to feel like you're not doing enough or you're not moving too slow. Go slowly. Enjoy this time. Enjoy what's happening. Okay, I can hear it. You know, how do I enjoy this all the stuff that's happening around with this lesson, virus, whatever it is that's going around? It's okay. You know, we got to be aware of it, but just don't let it scare you. Right? Don't let it scare you. By keeping your immune system up and coming into stillness, being in your practice and being in your meditation, stay there and you're going to be okay. You know, if there's some elders who you know and you respect, who you can talk to or remember what they said or read what they wrote, whether in the body or not, pay attention to what some of the old wisdom, because it's all there. And look, it doesn't mean that, that you read Guru Wawa or whoever it is, and you find some good stuff in there. But it doesn't mean you take on Guru Wawa's way. It's just little things that are the teachings, right? It's, little bits and pieces. Very often I'm asked, what should I read to make my journey easier, my spiritual journey? And I say, look, it's all out there. And if you open a book or listen to a lecture or, hear a friend talking and it's wise, just take little bits of it. You don't have to take somebody else's journey because this is your journey. Stay in your moccasins. And that's one of the things that is most important now, is for you to be in your own moccasins, and that's important. So you're going to enjoy this progress. Remember that the natural order of things, it doesn't push the tree to grow faster. It doesn't try to influence the speed or the course of the river. Don't push the river. Set your vision firm and see the beauty of this slow and steady progress. Watch it unfold. And in doing this, it's going to benefit you. All those around you are going to be benefited, and the greater good is going to come your way as you make your commitment to recognize that inherent at this time is the peace of mind and the warmth of a kind and gentle heart. And look, never give up on yourself. That's a big one, right? Because we get so overwhelmed. Just don't give up on yourself. Don't doubt that love is the prize that awaits you. It's that gentle, thoughtful compassion that comes to you, and there you are as the warrior, as a heroine, as a hero. As you walk forward, don't give up on yourself. Love yourself, and all this strength is going to come your way. I want to give a shout out to all of you who have been so generous in helping me bring the book of the I Ching to a real place, to get onto the bookshelf, get it into your hands. I'm so grateful, and we're about halfway there. Got a little bit more to go, so if you can help, please do. It's going to be a book. It's like having a reference book. It's going to be small, 5x7, fit in your pocket, fit in your briefcase, your purse. And then when you have a question during the week, you just pop it open. Throw some coins if you can, or just open to a page, and there you're going to hear some answers. because it does. It works that way. Hey, look, I am still amazed at how the I Ching works, as an oracle, as a place that we can go in sortilege, that thing where we're moving towards something and it opens up for us. I still am blown away, and I've been into this for 50 years, watching even more, really, 65 years, watching it happen, watching it open, and it's amazing. I think the best, one of the best comments that I got from Miss Ezerick, and she sent me a note. She said, after reading the I Ching for the week, she said, that really applies to me. Do you have a camera in my apartment? So maybe that's what the I Ching is. Maybe the I Ching has a camera in your apartment, in your house. Don't get paranoid, not really. But also know that the universe really does watch. It is watching. And so, be in humility. Put your intent in the right places. Dignity, integrity, compassion, kindness. Read some of the words of His Holiness, Dalai Lama. Listen to some of the lectures of Thich Nhat Hanh, beautiful teacher. Read into the code, the books that are code. The I Ching is a code, the Bible's a code, the Bhagavad Gita is a code, Quran, it's a code. So it's going to read that code and how it applies to your life. Yeah. So I'm going to leave it really with this about, don't push the river, right? The night bird singing a song to lull me to sleep, and I will dream of peace. And so that's what our job now is, to bring peace, right? Peace in every step. Teach peace to the children. Old Graham Nash, he said, teach your children well, so they will know of their father's hell. So we teach our kids, it's tough sometimes, you come up against it, but we survive. And man, we're all surviving this time together. It's like, the young, the old, the poor, the rich, every race, every country, we're all in it together. It's never been like that where we can notice it. I mean, it's always been like that, but where we can see it so clearly. "2021 is going to be a great year. Really. We've all learned so much. This time is a gift. Be graceful and gracious, and accept these blessings with humility. In doing so, you will move beyond any anxiety, doubts, or fear of loss, as you have nothing to lose." Dig that. And you're actually going to enjoy this time of gradual progress. So I send you all the love that I can possibly muster down here at the 20th parallel. And there's the Mayan phrase that I like to close with, because it's not just words, it's something for us to understand. Translations of the words are, I am the other you. And the blessing of hello and goodbye is, in Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And y'all who've been listening know I like it that way. Namaste, y'all. Love the one you're with. And truly dance like you do when nobody's watching. Honor the elders, honor the children, honor your own self. Namaste, y'all. Namaste. Man, I did a lot of talking this week, didn't I? Yeah, well. Anybody who's been in my workshops or listened to me, you know, I love to talk. So again, I'll say it, Namaste, in Lakesh Alakin, I am the